Welcome to Stories from the Midland, a collection of historic tales from Teller County and the surrounding areas. In today's story, we're going to be talking about the creation of Teller County, which would actually still be parts of El Paso and Fremont counties if not for the Cripple Creek mines and their miners. The area that we now know as Teller County was originally largely uninhabited by people. The Ute migrated up what we now know as Ute Pass towards Divide and on into South Park during the summer as they followed and hunted animals like bison and elk. As the weather cooled in preparation for winter, the Utes would then migrate back down the pass into the warmer lands now occupied by the city of Colorado Springs. The Ute hunted the area for almost 2 centuries, but they found they weren't the only ones. The most well-known instance of this is their battle with the Comanches in a meadow on the eastern end of modern-day Florissant, as witnessed by a wandering Kit Carson in 1852. The Spanish laid claim to the area in the 16th century, and in the early 19th century, the Arapahoes came into the area and began competing against the Utes for hunting territory. The rivalry was fierce and violent. The discovery of gold near Denver in 1858 would change the areas surrounding the Front Range Mountains forever. Mining camps and supporting supply towns were popping up all around the mountainous regions in the ensuing gold rush. Then, as the area around the stream called Cripple Creek came into October 1890, cattle herder Bob Womack discovered gold, launching a new gold rush into Pikes Peak's southwest slopes. The Cripple Creek district was established, bringing prospectors, and the population of the area exploded. The district's 2 largest cities were Cripple Creek and Victor, with numerous surrounding towns like Altman, Anaconda, Cameron, Elkton, Gillette, Goldfield, and Independence. The district became one of the most productive gold producing in history, and because of that became one of the most influential places in the country. But the Cripple Creek Gold District was in El Paso County, and the workers that lived in the Cripple Creek Victor area watched as the profits and taxes were taken from the district to benefit the county seat, Colorado Springs. Evidence of this monetary migration can still be seen at places like the Broadmoor Hotel and the Myron Stratton Home, which were originally built on Cripple Creek gold. A miners' strike occurred in 1894 following the demand from mine owners that miners extend their workday by 2 hours to a 10-hour day with no increase in pay, or take a pay reduction for their existing 8-hour day. The strike and the situation that caused it further showcased the rift between the miners living in the gold district and the mine owners, many of whom lived in Colorado Springs. The residents of the gold district became resentful of the political and financial power based on their mining efforts being ceded to the El Paso County seat, and they soon put forth the original bill proposing the creation of a new county. With the bill under strong Colorado Springs opposition, it was voted down by the state Senate in 1897. But the people living in the Cripple Creek district, mine owners, miners, and other residents alike, were very cognizant of the benefits of forming their own county, and they continued to fight for the bill. Over the next 2 years, Cripple Creek and other city governments discussed possible names for a new county as they continued their efforts to make it a reality. And in the end, they triumphed. The Colorado General Assembly passed the bill into law, and on March 13, 1899, Colorado Governor Charles Thomas signed the measure that officially created Teller County from portions of El Paso County and Fremont County. The name came from the first of 2 U.S. senators from Colorado, Henry M. Teller. Cripple Creek's mayor declared a holiday, closing city schools and businesses, and the celebration began. A parade was held down Bennett Avenue, led by the chief of police on horseback, the mayor, and the governor. Following were the fire department, bands, and floats. After the parade were a banquet and street celebrations. Saloons were also open and saw their fair share of revelers. The Colorado Springs Gazette called the celebrations a brilliant success, which included many notable Colorado personalities from throughout the state. As the celebrations wound down and the citizens of the newly minted Teller County got back to work, initial growing pains set in, mostly dealing with the establishment of the county's laws and a resulting increase in crime. Then, as the county and its cities worked to bring these problems under control, a major fire broke out in Victor that August that consumed 12 to 14 city blocks and caused around $2 million in damage, around $66 million today. Cripple Creek paid back assistance from 2 years earlier as they stood with Victor in its swift rebuilding effort, and the law and administration problems were worked out. The business of mining gold continued uninterrupted, and the Cripple Creek Gold District hit its production peak over the next 4 years. Over the following century and a quarter, Teller proved itself a county that would continually assess and then renew itself. Our county no longer exists to prominently support the gold mining efforts, but instead has become a wonderful destination for tourism and outdoor pursuits. Instead of a county bursting with hardworking miners and lumber producers, it's become a place where a family can move to find peace, tranquility, and space unburdened by the problems and ugliness found in big city life. It's become a place that appreciates its rich history while it looks forward to a prosperous future. Thank you for listening. This is Tommy Allen wishing you a great day. And if you find yourself in Teller County, watch the deer nibbling the grass with Pikes Peak in the background as you take a deep, crisp, clean breath while the sun warms your face. We look forward to having you join us next time for more stories from the Midland. The Arapahoes came into the area and began competing against the Utes.